This is Ahmed from Subtle, and I just came out of the Transformers Rise of the Beast screening, and I have a lot of thoughts. The film's it's okay, it's nothing special, but it does have its moments. I mean, it's your generic popcorn flick. There are some sort of deep moments at the start, some like sort of slightly emotional scenes with some of the human characters, but I feel that that element of it does start to go away as the film goes on. As the film goes on, it gets a bit more simple, a bit more generic. There's a lot of action, a lot of cool action, and especially if you're a fan of the original Transformers show, if you like Transformers, I think you're really going to love this, because I heard a lot of fans in the screening cheering, laughing, not crying. They had a small range of emotions, especially near me. I had a couple of fans sitting right next to me that was so loud, but it was fun to just sort of be embraced by all the fans. Now, visually, it's pretty cool. I mean, the CGI is mostly good to okay. I do feel the impact of the film isn't like, as special as it is. I don't think this is something that you really have to get out of your chairs, go around to see in the cinema, unless you're a really big Transformers fan. Now, I mentioned that the human scenes of this film were probably the deepest, but I still long for the day when we get a Transformers movie truly just about the Transformers and we get that emotion with the Transformers. In all the Transformers movies we've got, the Transformers are already side characters, when in reality it should be about them, it should be about the Transformers. And it's not really about that. Now, continuity-wise, it's a bit confusing because, online they say that this is meant to sort of loosely be connected to the Michael Bay movies, but when you watch it, it quite clearly isn't. The timelines and the events of those films clearly don't match up. So I think this is meant to be very much a reboot of the Transformers, with the last Bumblebee movie as well sort of included in that. Now, while there is a deep aspect for humans, it's definitely not for the Transformers and the movie as a whole. I counted at least 2 or 3 fake-out deaths in this film, which that's one of my biggest pet peeves. I mean, I'd seen it in some previous films, like Chewbacca in Rise of Skywalker, when he comes back 2 minutes later. And although it's handled better in this film, I just really hate those fake-out deaths. And there were more. It's just not something. It sort of loses the genuity of the films when they keep bringing them back, because then you never expect the characters to actually stay dead, which I could tell how the film was going, that those characters were going to come back. And then they did, and I was just like, okay. Now, this film definitely isn't the best written. The story is fine, it's simple enough. There's a MacGuffin, there's the big planet-destroying force. It's a trope that's used quite a lot in many popular films. It's quite similar to Galactus in that Fantastic Four 2. But the dialogue itself, it's okay. There are some lines from the original Transformers movie, which a lot of people cheered when those lines were said. Other than that, the dialogue's pretty simple. It's something kids can go and enjoy, which is fine. There were some story points where they're planning out a mission, and there's a lot of so when there's some scenes when they're planning a mission, and the writing in those isn't the best. There's a lot of coincidences, a lot of knowledge that they have randomly, and there are scenes within the action parts of the film that are very confusing, why some characters make those choices, why they say some of those things. I heard a lot of people call that out in the film and laugh about it. But if you go into it knowing that it's not a Martin Scorsese movie, I think you'll have some fun with it. If you're looking for something deep, maybe not. So overall, Transformers Rise of the Beast, it's okay, it's alright, it's a good popcorn flick, but it's nothing groundbreaking. It's not going to change cinema. So if you're a massive Transformers fan, definitely go and see this. And in fact, there was a very surprising end to this film. Of course, I won't spoil it, but now I know when the next movie comes out, I'm definitely going to come and see where that leads. So anyway, those are my after the movie thoughts. I'm glad you joined me and sort of listened to my thoughts. If you did see the film, or if you're going to go see it, please come back to this video, type in the comments, let me know what you think, because I want to have a little discussion with you. I want to see if you agree with my takes, if you disagree. I want to hear your own thoughts, but we'll have a little discussion. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you with the next film. And there are so many films coming out soon that I'm going to be reviewing, I'm going to be doing a lot of content for. So if films is really your scene, please subscribe, please come back, please watch our videos, and like if you enjoyed. Anyway, thanks for watching and take care.